So it means your advice was not accepted?
It means what I have just said.
Yes.
Not what you have said, but what I have said. Don't put words into my mouth. Keep them into yours and let me answer with my own words.
Welcome back, Mr. Mbai.
Thank you.
Mr. Mbai, ñu ngi laa dalalaat.
Before the break, we were talking about the issue of the decrees.
Balaa ñu doon noppaleku dina ñu doon wax ci mbiri decree.
These decrees that we enumerated and discussed are patently bad laws. Do you agree to that?
Ànd naa ci li nga wax de waaye li nga wax mooy degree yi nga xam ne wax nañ ko fii yëpp ñun ñëpp leer nañu nañ ne ay luwaa la yoo xam ne luwaa yu baaxut la ndax ànd nga ci.
Decrees everywhere, decrees in all military governments have shortcomings, serious shortcomings.
But let's limit it to these decrees.
Including these ones.
Yeah.
Including these, but not limited to them.
Okay. But these ones, we agree that they were bad laws.
Like all other military government decrees.
I don't want to extend beyond what we...
Well, I'm extending it beyond on the literature provided by a prominent advocate and jurist.
But wouldn't it be only fair that we look at those that we have examined instead of venturing into the realm of hypotheticals?
No, not hypotheticals. These are not hypotheticals. My view was a global view on the literature.
Okay. Let's narrow it down to decrees passed in Gambia by the AFPRC during the time you served as Attorney General. And we agree that, but the question is a simple one, Mr. Mbai. The decrees were bad laws. We have identified the serious shortcomings in every single one of them.
Yes.
And for each of them, you have agreed that these were bad laws.
And what do you want me to say? You've said it.
No, I want you to confirm it.
Confirm what? I have said it. You want me to confirm what?
Okay,
that's why when I ask you, do you want me to say that water is wet? Water is wet. Water is wet.
Okay, can you confirm?
That is tautologous.
Yes, can you confirm again, Mr. Mbai, that these decrees were bad laws?
I don't know what I said it. I don't know what you want. You said I said so.
But I have
you said I said so. But I said that I did advise wherever violations of human rights occurred in the decrees. You said I said so. Now, what do you want me to say more?
Okay, I want you to reaffirm it for the record.
Why do you
for clarity of the record.
No, I have said it. Was it vague when I said it?
Okay, I'm happy that you have confirmed it. So I would proceed now.
I don't know what you want me to confirm and reaffirm. Why? What do you want me to confirm and reaffirm?
For the purposes of the record, so there is no ambiguity.
What is in the record so far?
Well, the understanding I have...
No, what is in the record? Not your understanding, but what is in the record so far?
I can only talk of my understanding of the record, which is that we have gone through each of these decrees, and you have confirmed that indeed there were bad laws.
I did confirm?
Yes.
No, I was not being cross-examined to confirm. I was questioned as a witness, and I said.
And you said what?
No, but you said it. You said what I said.
But can you tell us again what you said?
Tell me again what I said.
But it is better that it comes from you.
No, it has come from me already. Why you want me to repeat it like a Jaliba? I will not. I think what I have said is sufficient, and we should leave it to the Commission to determine. It is not your role to keep on harassing me to say it, confirm it, reconfirm it. I doubt.
In view of these decrees, would you say that your advice about or against these decrees were accepted?
You told us here earlier that the properties of certain people were seized.
Can you answer my question more directly instead of digressing to something else?
No, I'm answering your question by referring to what you said about the decrees. You said these decrees were implemented and certain people's properties were seized. Obviously, the only logical conclusion is that if my advice was accepted, that the implementation of the seizure of property would not have happened.
Thank you very much.
Good.
So it means your advice was not accepted?
It means what I have just said.
Yes.
Not what you have said, but what I have said. You cannot put anything into my mouth. You cannot do that. We will try the whole day, but you will not fail. You will not succeed.
Mr. Mbai, I'm just trying to...
Don't put words into my mouth. Keep them into yours and let me answer with my own words. Okay. Don't ask me to use your words to answer your question.
What you said, therefore, is that because these decrees were implemented in a way that violated the rights of the people. Therefore, your advice against them was not accepted.
No, it was you who said that the implementation of these decrees violated the rights of other people when their properties were seized.
Okay, Mr. Mbai, say what you say and I write it down.
No, I have said it already. And I think it's being recorded. I've said it already.
Mr. Mbai, we don't have the facility to immediately go back on the record. Could you tell us your position so I write it down so we can quote it verbatim?
Okay, let me just help you in that.
The question is, were your advices against these decrees accepted by the AFPRC government?
suma laajte bi daal mooy ndigal bi nga xam ne digal loon nga AFPRC nguur ga lu aju ci wàlli luwaa yi ñu defar nii ndax sa ndigal boobu toppoon nañ ko wala déet.
This is a yes or no answer.
No, it's more than yes or no.
waaw wala déet.
suma tontu na dana weesu waaw wala déet.
The answer is the answer is here. And I read it out here. The answer is here.
But this is a prepared script of.
That's the conclusion of what I have said.
Yes.
So what more do you want me to say?
But do you confirm that that is the conclusion to be drawn here?
You said I have said it, and you've accepted it.
Well, maybe this time round I would ask the chair to help intervene.
Maybe you don't want it. You want what I have said in writing, no. And have read it orally.
I want you to confirm this conclusion that. From here, what you are saying is that your advice was not being accepted. Could you confirm that that is very easy and a legitimate question?
Is this not my statement?
Okay. If it is your statement, confirm it, Mr. Mbai.
How do you want me to confirm it?
By saying yes, that is the conclusion to be drawn. My advices were not accepted.
What have I said?
You tell us.
You read it.
Mr. Chair, I think we're just going around.
And then I refer you to the last paragraph of my statement.
Oh, okay. Let me read out. Let me go back to the last paragraph of the statement.
Not what you have, the main statement.
Yes, okay. Paragraph. Last paragraph.
Counsel, you guys, you don't need to go through that. You asked your question, and the witness is given his answer. It's all part of the record. Shall we proceed?
Yes, but Mr. Chair, I want greater clarity. I don't want this to be...
Greater clarity? Maybe yes. Clarity. There is no greater clarity. There is really not clear or clear.
Okay.
Greater clarity?
But Mr. Chair, my frustration is my learned senior would say one thing. If I ask him to confirm that, he would not confirm it.
I don't know what you want me to confirm what I have said in my statement.
Yes.
But I have said it.
That your advice
there is no need for me to say one word more about these decrees. I have already said them in different paragraphs in all these statements.
Okay. Thank you very much. From all these, Mr. Chair, it's crystal clear that Mr. Mbai's advices against these decrees and human rights violations were not being heeded by the AFPRC junta. Is that conclusion correct, Mr. Mbai?
Let the Commission make their conclusion.
No, the Commission wants your own perspective, your own position from what you have said.
I have said it more than adequately.
Okay.
And I think the chairman has just said, I have answered this, we should proceed.
Okay.
I think the chairman said that before we went into these things. I have said what I have said about the decrees. And I think we should leave it to the Commission to come to their own conclusion.
Mr. Mbai, with all due respect, you are my senior by almost 40, if not 50 years. Mm-hmm. So I have the greatest respect for your counsel. But I have my case as counsel.
Yes.
And I would crave your indulgence to allow me to conduct my case, with all due respect.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm a witness. I'm not being cross-examined by you. You are examining me to produce the facts, but not cross-examining me. If you were to cross-examine him, I'd be entitled to a solicitor by my side. I'm a witness of fact.
Yes.
You don't cross-examine me. You examine me for the facts. But you are taking the attitude of a cross-examiner. And that is my reservation with your approach.
Mr. Mbai, I don't want to enter into the discussion as to the appropriate rules of procedure. But you know much more than I do that a commission of inquiry is the master of its own rules of procedure.
Yes.
And therefore can devise its rules to suit its occasion. The only important thing is to respect the rights of the people who appear before it. And I don't think that there is anything here to suggest that your rights are being violated. No. But I want to move on.
I didn't say that.
Exactly.
They have their own rules.
Yes.
I've read the TRRC Act. I've not seen any rules attached to it.
Well, there are provisional rules of procedure. But anyway...
Have they been published?
Yes. But anyway,
I have read the Act, and I volunteered. I volunteered to come here and give my experience of what happened.
But does that mean that you should not answer questions? In fact, Mr. Mbai, if we are to apply the Act strictly speaking, it is an offense, really, to refuse to answer a question asked by the Commission.
No, I've not refused to answer any question.
Well,
I've not refused. But
let's not get into that.
Because, the chairman has said that we proceed.
Mr. Mbai, do you recall this interview?
Yes.
And in that interview, you seem to have stated that your advice was being accepted.
No, I did not seem to. I stated.
Here you are telling the Commission that your advice was not taken because the conviction of the AFPRC in relation to accountability was so strongly held that at the time that nothing could have stopped them bar divine intervention.
But is that the beginning of the paragraph?
No, I started reading out from the middle.
No, read it all. No, read it all. You must.
May we agree that we leave this to the Commission to assess and make whatever conclusions they can draw from this.
Yes, I had said that before, and even the chairman said we should proceed.
Yes, Mr. Mbai. I think I should have heeded that advice.
Yeah.
Seeing that it is coming from my elders of much superior wisdom, and I should have heeded. My apologies. In hindsight, do these decrees really reflect a respect for rule of law?
Ci orma nak ndax mën nga ñoo wax ndax décret yi loi yi ndax fonk na li nga xamne modi loi bi.
Do they reflect our respect for the rule of law?
Ndax ci loi yi feñal nañ fi ne ñun fonk nañ li nga xamne modi doxalani loi. These
decrees were the laws of the state at that time.
That
degree
does not answer
my
question. That does not answer my question. You became a victim of the system you helped create.
I helped create.
Yes.
No, not
Mr. Mbai, you helped create these decrees.
I said, what
you helped to create these decrees.
No, I didn't say I helped. I said my stand has always been to advise against abuses of human rights. But I suffered as a result of these decrees.
But that does not change the fact that you have said you accept responsibility for these decrees.
Yes, but...
Yes, but these are the same decrees that were used against you, so you became the victim of your own creation.
Not my own creation. I didn't create the decrees.
Thank you very much.
That sweeping statement that you make of your own creation. I didn't create the decrees.
But if you are responsible for it...
I didn't enact the decrees. I was an advisor, and my advice was against violations of human rights.
You participated in the creation of the decrees at 3 important critical levels. 3 critical levels, and more than anybody, for that matter.
More than anybody?
Yes, Mr. Mbai. There is no particular individual amongst all the participants who participated at 3 levels of the creation of these decrees. You participated at the level of the Ministry of Justice. In fact, these decrees were drafted under the ministry that you headed.
All laws are drafted by the Attorney General's chamber.
Exactly.
Yes.
At the second level...
That's not unusual. That's not unusual.
At the second level, you participated at cabinet level.
And agreed against violations of human rights.
Yes. And at the third level, you participated at council level.
Against violations of human rights.
Yes. And these decrees, which were drafted from your department, were accepted. So clearly, therefore, you are part of the creators of this decree.
I'm not part
Whether
of the
you
creators.
advised against it or not.
I was not a creator, and I was not part of a creation of the department. Now let me put it another way. Yahya Jammeh stayed in power for 22 years.
Yes.
He was successively being elected as president.
Yes.
Are all Gambians guilty of the violation of human rights?
No.